431, 431, 431.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Darling, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Yes, well, it's a positive thing, Paul. The High Life, the Shy Life.
You won't find a cast of characters like this everywhere.
Hello, Paul.
Delicious.
This particular episode of The Shy Life is a little more abstract than usual.
Oh,
Okay, it looks like the hairy guy is ready to record. 3, 2, 1.
Go Shy Yeti.
Oh, I hope he hasn't found out my secret. Do you think he has?
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Shy Life podcast with me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How are you doing? I'm all right. This time we've got two guests. Guests who you will have met before, but they've never met each other. They've never been on the show at the same time. Extremely exciting. But I'm going to run the theme music before I introduce them. So that I just have to keep quiet for a little bit longer. Please keep quiet. Right, run that theme music and I'll be back in a moment.
It's time for my old buddy, old pal from across the channel, across the pond, Paul Chandler, the Shy Yeti.
He's not that shy. Oh, it's the Shy Life podcast.
All I wanted was a pie.
And then I hatched out of an egg. Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
It's the quiet ones you've got to watch, you know.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep? Is it deep?
Boy, he's not all that shy, is right. Shit.
Blimey, Governor. It's the Shy Life podcast.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for it to begin.
It's the Shy Life podcast.
He's positively glowing.
Hello, listeners. I'm back. They were very good. They kept very quiet. And now they can stop being quiet. I've got to announce who they are. We have got Jay the Haunt Cub and Ryan from Canada. We haven't decided on a good nickname for you yet, but comic book Ryan. How are you both?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm all right. Yes, still in lockdown. And yes, yeah. Listeners, we were having Skype problems when we started, so I already started the show with Ryan, but we'll do it again. So, how are the dogs doing, Ryan?
They're doing okay. They're grumpy because they can't play in the backyard because it's currently a muddy hole. But other than that, they're happy boys.
Is the snow gone, or is that?
The snow was gone, and then we got more snow yesterday, which then melted this morning. So I don't know if we're going to get more snow, or if we're just going to continue being a muddy mess for a little while.
Oh dear. And how are your gang, Jay?
They're okay.
No snow though.
No snow, no. Actually, it was 80 yesterday, or 80 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday, and it was 7. It's been 71 here today, so no complaints.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a little warmer next week, but it's a bit chilly here, but probably not Canada chilly.
I think I remember what being warm feels like. It's been a while.
Oh dear. So we're probably going to talk a bit about comics because Jay knows a bit about comics, and Ryan obviously knows a bit about comics, and I don't know anything about comics, but I'll be somewhere in the middle. Doing quiz questions, and we're not going into space this time. You'll be glad to know. So, but I can't. I can't be sure whether Yeti Uncle John might not show up because I know he's about. So we just have to bear with him if he shows up. But he's got himself into trouble recently because of some of the things he's done. The shame. Not sure what they're called. The shame inspectors. That's right. The shame inspectors have turned up, and they've given him a first strike for some of the things he's been up to. So he's trying to be on good behaviour, but it's just not very easy for him to be like that. So,
it's just not in his nature.
Yeah. So we will see. But I have sort of been kind of looking into some comics of my own today, but only in a weird sort of way. But I've been listening to the music of the Archies, and I know that the Archies come from a comic originally, is that something that is sort of currently being, because aren't the Archies linked to the Riverdale TV show as well, I think. So, so do you get any modern Archies merchandise in your shop, Ryan?
They don't do a particularly large amount. The Archie comics are actually in trouble right now. If you pay attention to the industry, when they started doing what they called Black Circle comics, when they started doing I'm making air quotes right now. You can't actually see me. Their adult line of comics. They took out a whole bunch of loans and just went really far in debt. And they haven't been able to dig themselves out of it. So I don't know what's going to go on with Archie, but they're in trouble right now.
Well, the songs that were from the Archies TV show in the 60s and early 70s are extremely catchy, and I can't stop playing them. And I somehow managed to never other than the song Sugar Sugar, which was just a big hit over here. I've never really heard any other songs by them, and I think it was because I was talking about 1969 with one of my other co-hosts for one of our music episodes, and I think it just got in my head. I should look into sort of what their music's like. And there, it's sort of, I bookmarked it for about a month, and then suddenly I thought, oh, there's that bookmark. I must listen, and now it's all stuck in my head like an earworm. So,
that's the only song I know of theirs as well. So,
I was wondering if it was still being shown in syndication, if it was ever in syndication when you were a kid, Jay, but obviously not. I think Toppy remembers. I talked to him a bit, and I think he sort of vaguely remembers it. But I don't think there was. It looks like it's a right old mishmash of. There was a TV series which didn't last very long, and then there was another TV special, and so it might have been quite hard to track down. I've talked to Nick, who is about the same age as you, Jay, and he doesn't really remember it being shown in the UK. Not to say that it wasn't at some point, but
no, the closest thing I remember was Josie and the Pussycats cartoon, but I don't remember any Archie's actual show.
Yeah, there was, but I wonder if I probably have to listen to Josie and the Pussycats now as well. I was thinking of doing an episode about, or an article for another podcast about programs like the Monkees and the Archies and the Banana Splits and things like that, which were either comic cartoons or live action, but a sort of marketing thing for a band. But,
right.
But I have to see if it's one of the. It's a bit difficult. I can't talk. I can talk about the music side of it, but I can't talk about the TV side. And if I'm doing it for a TV podcast, then that might be a little bit of a problem. But why don't we let's start off with some questions now. See what have I got here. See who gets this one. Superman's red cape isn't only a stylish and a memorable accessory, it's part of his history. Who originally made his cape?
Maybe the only person I could think of would be his mother, Martha. No, wait a minute. Was it a blanket or something that was inside the spaceship?
It was the blanket from the spaceship. Ma Kent made it for him.
Yeah, it says Martha Kent. So yeah, ding ding ding. Talking about ding ding. Talking about ding ding ding. I really want to find that quiz that you and I did, Ryan, a few episodes back.
The really good one.
Yeah, it was a really good one. And then when I came to edit it on one of the versions of the recording, it had recorded the website's ding ding dings. I didn't have to dub them on, so I was quite excited. But unfortunately, since we did that episode, my old laptop has stopped working. Although well, it hasn't completely stopped working. I've just got to go about a meter across the room and open it up and find that website address. But I keep sort of searching for quizzes, and that one never comes up. So I will, in time for another episode, I will try and find that one again. But I've got some quite interesting ones, and including answering some questions to see what type of superhero we are. The next question we can't do because they've forgotten to actually finish it. They just say, which of these superheroes was created by Marvel? And then they don't list any superheroes.
It's a trick question because Marvel didn't make any of them.
You see what we have to contend with, Jay, sometimes. When Ryan and I are doing these quiz questions, they get so carried away, they forget to actually type the question. Do we know anything about Donald Duck cartoons, or shall I skip this one?
I don't know anything about Donald Duck cartoons.
No, I don't either.
No. Let's see. Do we know anything about Matter-Eater Lad?
Yes.
Yeah, Matter-Eater Lad was a DC comic superhero with a heavy-duty stomach that came from which of the following planets? It doesn't say any planets.
Oh, jeez.
But would you know what planet? Right.
Was he in Legion?
Yeah, he was in Legion. I don't remember. It was something stupid. I think it's Bismol.
Yes.
Or something along those lines.
Oh, yes. After Pepto-Bismol.
Because he eats things, so clearly his planet needs to be called Bismol.
Yeah. They really need. It's not a very good site. They really need to. They need to actually, unless there's something that's just not showing up. Then
I love those old weird DC superheroes like Arm Fall Off Lad and stuff like that.
Yeah. The interesting thing is that he first appeared in Adventure Comics edition 303 in December of 1963. So he first appeared about a month after Doctor Who first screened.
That's an interesting fact.
Yeah, I like to think so. At least my facts don't peter out halfway through them, like this website does with its questions. But I wonder if you know anything about this one. Trots and Bonnie was an ongoing comic strip about a curious teenage girl, Bonnie, and her talking dog, Trots. Do you know anything about this? It was published in a humour magazine.
I know of its existence. I have never seen one. Yeah.
Bonnie had a female friend named Pepsi who appeared often in the strip. Apparently, it appeared in a Trots and Bonnie first appeared in a November 1972 edition of National Lampoon, drawn by Sherry Flanagan, who was also an editor for the magazine. And it ran until 1990, that strip.
Okay. So it stopped running 2 years after I was born.
2 years before I went to university.
I won't even touch that one.
We have to. That's why we've had to recruit some fresh blood on this show because we're all getting so old. So
yeah.
You'll do all the press. If you ever get really famous, you can do all the PR work. Or we can be like that episode of the podcast that we recorded where you were having to stand in for August Evans. Which depending on what episode, which order we release this, that might be a spoiler, so I might have to cut that out. Right. Do you know about the villain Deadshot?
Yes.
The villain Deadshot is often portrayed as an assassin for hire, wearing a red jumpsuit, trench coat, and metal faceplate. Where did he do his dirty work?
Where did he do his dirty work?
Yeah, it must be what's. I guess it's. I can see the answer in front of me, so I guess it's what superhero is he associated with, and then what city is that superhero associated with?
Should be Gotham. It's Batman, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that who they have listed? I mean, I know he's gone against Batman a couple of times, but I feel like he's sort of a generic. I guess because of Suicide Squad, he kind of is linked with all them. So
yeah, I think he's considered part of Batman's rogues gallery, though.
Mm. Yeah, well, it says Gotham City in Batman.
Okay.
I think we'll leave this site and we'll come back to this one. But I suppose because I've sort of asked Ryan this to a certain extent, although he may have more to tell us. But Jay, where did you start with comics? What? I know some of your favourites, but did you start with different comics or sort of? Well, just tell us your story. Tell us the story.
Okay, so I did a big flip in my comics reading. Like when I was a kid, I was a major Marvel kid, mostly Spider-Man and Fantastic Four. And I read a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then when I was, I guess, late elementary school age, my father changed business. He used to be in advertising, and they decided to buy a 7-Eleven store. So then they owned a couple of those. Mm-hmm. And the benefit for me for that was that I would bring home every issue of every comic they got in. I wouldn't keep most of them, although I kept a fair amount of them, but I would read them and then just take them back. So I got to read, this would have been like, I guess late 70s and early 80s. So I read a fair amount of stuff then. I wasn't real crazy about DC back then. I thought Batman and Superman were kind of boring. But then, then I kind of dropped out of it for a little bit, out of reading, got back into it, was reading Marvel still. And then sometime right before, I guess, the New 52, it was really Batman the Animated Series that got me into Batman. It wasn't the Michael Keaton movie, although I did watch reruns of the 66 series as a kid, which I loved. But that was, that's, of course, that's really a totally different
a separate beast entirely.
Yeah. So at some point, I kind of made the flip, and I became much more of a DC fan. I still read some Marvel stuff. I went more to like Avengers and things like that. I was never a big X-Men fan, which a lot of gay guys really seem to have gotten into. I read some of the earlier stuff, but I was never like passionate about X-Men at all. So the DC, the Batman animated series was really got me into Batman, and so him and Swamp Thing are probably my two favorite DC comics. I haven't read a Marvel comic in a little while, but now I've been reading more older stuff on my tablet through Comixology.
Is it just me imagining it? I thought you liked Spider-Man as well. Or was that just because of the spiders connection? I got that confused in my head.
It's probably the spider connection.
I'm just worried that I might have said about you liking Spider-Man in previous episodes now.
Well, Toppy was the big Spider-Man guy. I mean, I like the older Spider-Man stuff, but I never really read too much of the more modern day stuff, especially once I got to like the 10 million different spider people there are now. And all that stuff, but I do still see all the movies and everything. So, well,
we're going to try a quiz now. I'm trying to do it as quickly as possible because I want you to both do it individually, and I need to read it I need to read the end result quite quickly because I think it wants me to subscribe to something and it vanishes very quickly. But I should be able to at least see what it thinks you're like. So, so bear with me. I might chop this into two different parts of the episode anyway. So, so who wants to go first? We want to see which comic book character are you. It's 10 little questions.
Ryan, why don't you go first? It's your
turn. I'll go first.
Okay. So, you have a choice of DC or Marvel. You can do DC, Marvel, or neither.
Neither.
Okay. Oh, just a minute. Might have to do this again. I think it's still remembering when I tried to do it. Let me see if I can. Technical problems. I think it would allow you just to go back and do, if you had somebody else with you who also wanted to know, as we have. Right. I put it on a different thing. How do you reset this thing? Okay, I'm going to try it one other way. I'll try it in a different browser. If I can find another browser on this computer, because I don't.
If only there was a technology segment.
Oh well, we might not be able to find out what superhero you are after all.
It's okay. I'll probably end up as something weird anyway.
I can't understand why it won't let me start again. Because it probably wants me to subscribe to something.
Most likely it's a cookie tracker that's keeping track. If you clear your browser history and your cookies, it may work, but
still doesn't seem to like me. I think I deleted it. Never mind, I've got plenty of other things. I just thought it would be fun. It doesn't want to play.
We're not allowed to have fun. There is no laughing allowed in this podcast. Only serious faces.
Uh-oh.
Want me to share and influence. Okay, maybe let's try once more. No, doesn't want to do it. Right, we won't do that then. I prepared plenty of things. Or I might have maybe I can do it. What superhero are you? And see if it comes up with another site. I'm sure there's something else.
Was it supposed to be an audio thing, or?
No, it's just that it's set it in stone that what I did on my one. Right, I've got another one. We'll do this one. Which superhero? I can't even speak now. Which superhero are you? Start quiz. Right. So, Ryan, what would you like your job to be? A journalist, a businessman, a photographer, or an engineer?
Photographer.
Okay. I just hope this is like 500 questions. What do you value the most in life? Patriotism, justice, a smile, or learning?
A smile.
Oh.
I'm so going to end up as Spider-Man.
Next. Right. Choose a motto. Truth, justice, and the American way. I am vengeance. I am the night. With great power comes great responsibility. Or sure we'll avenge it.
Sure we'll avenge it.
Right. How do you usually fight your enemies? With superpowers, with intelligence, with head on, or with strength, although they've not spelt strength right.
That's a good sign. Superpowers. Okay. If I'm going to be a superhero, I want superpowers.
Yeah, I think so. Which of the following is most enjoyable for you? I just think I was going to say that. Making crafts, beating people up, photography, or making iron tools.
Photography, I guess.
That goes on with your job. It means
I love my job.
You can't separate your job from your work, from your hobbies. What colour clothes do you choose the most? Blue, black, red, or gold?
Blue would be what I choose the most right now.
Yeah. What superpower would you love to have? X-ray vision, superhuman speed, night vision, or superhuman strength spelt wrong?
Definitely superhuman strength spelt wrong.
Okay, it might not work out very well, but which of the following personality traits is closest to you most? Kindness, mysterious. It's not the right. It's not anyway. Do you like to be kind? Do you like to be mysterious, funny, or self-absorbed?
Kind.
Yeah. What is your favourite subject in school? Biology, law, chemistry, or physics?
Biology.
Which of these skills is most interesting to you? Being fluent in many of Earth's languages and cultures, detective skills, proficient scientist and inventor skills, ability to lead multiple teams.
Detective skills?
I didn't know that ability to lead multiple teams was included as a superhero. That means that most people, middle managers.
Charisma.
Yeah, just sounds like what people do in work. What is your zodiac sign? Pisces, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini, or none of them?
I'm a Sagittarius, so none of them.
I guess because you're just after me, aren't you, a bit? And Jay's just a little bit before me. So we're all around the same sign. How do you act in a crisis? I act decisively. I make decisions with my logic. I make a hasty decision. I calmly control my acts.
I make a hasty decision.
Yeah. At least you didn't have to use any strength. How do your colleagues describe you? We've got about 4 more of these. It's better be good. How do your colleagues describe you? Selfless and resolute, brave, caring and worrying, willful and complicated, or none of them.
Probably willful and complicated.
Why you go on so well with this show? Choose a dish. I know how to describe the dish. Something that looks like a casserole, something that looks like lentil soup, something that looks like maybe some sort of cherry chocolate cake thing, or 3 sausages with sauce on them.
As tempting as 3 sausages are, I'm going to have to go with the cake.
Yeah, okay. Get to the end of this. It goes, cannot compute. What do you prefer to do on weekends? Be on this podcast. Play chess with your friends. Hang out with your friends. Aren't you hanging out with them when you play chess with them? Anyway, you're relaxing at home. You could be relaxing at home with your friends you're hanging out with playing chess.
Exactly.
Searching and reading. Search, like on the web, or like lost a sock down the back of the sofa. Like, can you pick one of those? Are they all the same? But...
Hanging out with friends?
Okay. Oh dear. Which city would you love to live in? Let's see what cities. Oh, Metropolis, Gotham, New York, or Malibu? Malibu.
New York.
Yeah. Malibu, they're not spelt it properly either. What is your alignment? What?
Chaotic neutral.
That's more good. You got good, lawful neutral, neutral good, chaotic good, or none of them.
I guess chaotic good if that's my option.
Okay. I hope it hasn't finished. I don't know these people. I got their faces. They're girls' faces. Which of the following character is most appealing to you? I think one of them is Lois Lane from the 90s show. One of them is another girl I don't recognise, and the other one is another girl I don't recognise, and then the other one is another girl I sort of recognise, but I can't think of what her name is. Do you want to choose Lois? Do you want to choose Lois Lane? Because I know who that is.
Pick anyone that's not Lois Lane.
Oh,
I
okay.
bet Ryan is Jean Grey.
Okay. No, I don't think she's there. I think I know what she looks like.
She's a redhead.
What happened to our quiz? Where did our quiz go? What? Maybe it was something at the bottom of that one. Let's see. What is your alignment? We did that one, and then it should. Maybe it didn't register. Chaotic good. Oh, it's done it now. You are Spider-Man.
I told you I was going to get Spider-Man.
Peter Parker, or Spider-Man, is an intelligent, kind, and humorous person, and his behavior usually changes depending on his environment. His extraordinary powers and abilities were transmitted to him by the bite of a radioactive spider. Peter values responsibility, good manners, and always serves others. Photography is one of his favourite hobbies. It makes him feel relaxed. He managed to not have to use the word strength, thankfully, in that description. Well, at least I'm going to see if we can find another quiz for Jay, so we don't have to do that one again. What sort of superhero?
Well,
not only that, but I think some of my answers would have been pretty much the same. So.
Well, here we go.
Oh shit!
Let's.
You now.
We can't all be Spider-Man.
No.
Unless, of course, you're the Spider-Man comics these days. Then everyone can be Spider-Man.
Right. Exactly.
So I'll stop that one. I've got another one. I don't know how many questions there. I think it's about 10. So, okay, let's see what Jay gets for this one. You might end up both being the same superhero, but just a minute. What is this one called? What type of superhero are you? Well, the first question is pick a superhero out of Superman, Mr. Fantastic, the Hulk, Robin, or Iron Man.
The Hulk.
Smash. What's your superhero costume like? A bodysuit? I wear a cape, of course. Anything goes as long as I've got my mask. Whatever's comfortable, maybe shorts and a t-shirt.
The last one.
Are you going to be a superhero who goes around haunted house venues and things? When you get angry, you get to the root of the problem as soon as possible. Laugh it off. I don't get angry, I get even. It depends on the situation.
I don't get angry, I get even.
Ooh. Okay. What's your favourite fighting technique? I use a bit of everything. Weapons, martial arts, whatever. Fighting is a last resort. There has to be another way. I can throw a punch. Fighting, get me out of here.
Whatever. Was that one of them you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's. I use a bit of everything. Yeah. Okay. A building is on fire and there's a cat stuck inside. Oh, good grief! What do you do? Try to rescue it. Yeah, he's still under the duvet. What do you do? Try to rescue it, of course. Lure it out with a good old "Here, kitty, kitty." Help put out the fire, or poor cat. So,
try to rescue it, of course.
Yes, of course.
It's probably my owner.
Yeah.
I mean, my cat.
Yeah. A friend wakes you up in the middle of the night with a distress call. You don't talk. I suppose this is what you're supposed to say. You say, "Don't talk to me while I'm sleepy. Pretend to listen while falling back asleep, or sit right up and do what you can to help."
Do what I can to help.
Sounds a bit like me when the falling back to sleep when a housemate of mine had a gallstone and had to call an ambulance. I kind of fell back asleep. I should have been jumping to help. I did eventually when I realised when he came back into the room and said, "So the ambulance is coming soon. I'll see you later." And I was like, "Oh, I better get up. I better come with you." Okay. Does someone need superpowers to be a hero? Yes or no?
Oh, it's just a yes or no question. Well, in honor of just starting My Hero Academia, I will say no.
Okay. Pick a superpower. Super strength, flight, telekinesis, or mind reading. Something else.
Strength is good.
And it's spelled right, so that's a bonus.
Yeah.
You've got 2 more questions. Which is most important to you? Helping people, accomplishing your goals, being the best at what you do, or living a good life? I'd probably do all of those things, to be honest. There we go.
I guess of all those, living a good life.
Right. After a fight with some baddies, how would you blow off steam? Do something mentally stimulating like reading, relax on the couch or in a beach chair, party, spend time with friends or family, or look for more bad guys to beat?
Relax on a couch or beach chair.
Very specific. Right, it's calculating the result. Click to get your result. This is where it says I have to sign up my life to something. Get result. Take a short survey. Oh, right. You're not an actual superhero. You're not like a named one. You are a ruthless superhero. Apparently, bad things happen to people who do bad things. At least that's what you believe. You'll make sure criminals learn a lesson, no matter what it takes.
We'll just call you Gambit because that's the first superhero that I could think of that is described that way.
That works.
I was thinking it was going to. I think we should find one final. I should see what superhero I might be. What sort of? I'm probably going to get bugs in my machine now because it wanted me to like something. click on something funny. What sort of superhero am I? Do I have a dumb BuzzFeed? I don't know.
I've got a BuzzFeed one here that I can read to you.
Okay, you do it to me.
All right. I'm assuming this is the first question. Which club did you want to lead in high school? Not which one did you, but which one did you want to lead? AV club, drama club, 4-H, student council, speech and debate, fashion club, art club, French club, or model UN. I don't know what that is.
God, that's a lot to remember.
I know, that's 9 things. AV, drama, 4-H, student council, speech and debate, fashion club, art club, French club, and model UN.
What would you have done in AV club? Is that audio visual? Is that exciting or was that a dull one? I guess drama, but I would have had to be my script, so drama.
Yeah, I would have guessed drama too of those. What is your biggest weak? Yeah, all of these have 9 questions or 9 answers each. What is your biggest weakness? You're too sensitive. You love too hard. You need control. You love attention. You rely on others. You're too you're too quote unquote big picture. You overwork yourself. Your ego, or you're too trusting. I can read them again.
Go on then.
You're too sensitive. You love too hard. You need control. You love attention. You rely on others. You're too big picture. You overwork yourself. Your ego. You're too trusting.
I think I love too hard.
Pick a troubled Leonardo DiCaprio to save. Now, of course, you will have had to have seen all 9 of these, but if not, you'll have to just guess one. Inception Leo, The Departed Leo, What's Eating Gilbert Grape Leo, Man in the Iron Mask Leo, Romeo and Juliet Leo, Titanic Leo, The Aviator Leo, The Basketball Diaries Leo, and The Oscar-less Leo.
Probably the Gilbert Grape one, because he was younger then. He probably needs saving, whereas he could probably save himself as an adult.
Okay. How do you usually laugh on the internet? Okay, so this one I'm going to have to spell out because it's, yeah. So it's LOL with all caps, LOL with all lowercase, LOLOL, ha, 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 he, heh, lols, and I don't laugh.
You do realise that one of those is going to be used at the end of this episode, at the bit where it echoes. Probably, well, it doesn't even do the version that I do, because I probably do lol, but I wouldn't necessarily. I might go between capitals and lowercase, but I think lowercase lol.
Okay. Your boss or teachers would describe you as flexible, passionate, determined, amicable, empathetic, a big dreamer, obsessed with work, diplomatic, or hilarious.
Big dreamer, probably.
Pick a type of French fry. Normal fries, whatever that may be. Truffle fries, waffle fries, sweet potato, thick cut, shoestring, curly, chili cheese, or poutine.
Thick cut.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I call like diner fries. What is the worst thing you've ever lied about? Being sick, liking someone's clothes, grandma dying, fake listening, lying about seeing a movie, dating, waking up, being 5 minutes away, that's in quotes, and liking someone's cooking.
What was that first one again?
Being sick.
Yeah, being sick.
Which sitcom would you best fit into? Of course, they're all American sitcoms.
Yeah.
Seinfeld, The Simpsons, Modern Family, Community, Parks and Rec, 30 Rock, Friends, The Office, or How I Met Your Mother.
30 Rock.
30 Rock? Okay.
30 Rock, yeah.
Hopefully there's not too many more. Pick a beautiful word. Lithe, penumbra, susurrus. I'm not even sure what that means. Susurrus. Susurrus. Susurrous. Ebullience. Ailerophile. Diaphanous. Pyrrhic. Labyrinth. Or halcyon.
Diaphanous.
I've only ever heard that word in relationship to a gown.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm getting Wonder Woman vibes now.
How will you cure your hangover? Sleep, coffee, French fries, powering through, greasy breakfast foods, aspirin, fast food, pickles, ? And a drink.
Greasy thing, yeah.
Greasy breakfast food?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You are Green Lantern. You have an imagination that old rich CEOs would probably pay a lot of money to harness. In fact, there's so much potential in that brain of yours that you could be pretty much anything you want to be. CEO, rocket scientist, actual rocket. And don't get me started what you could do with a tub of Legos.
That sounds all right. I'll take that. Green Lantern, eh? Oh, sorry, just a minute. The Uncle John's here. You want to speak to the boys? I do. I just thought I'd just check in. Are they behaving themselves? Oh, no, of course
always.
Not. I was going to say, of course not, but yes, they are really. I was just being cheeky. Yes, we'll move out of the way. Hello, guys. It's me, Uncle John. Nice to speak to you. I've not seen you both in the same room before. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very well. How's your spider, your 8-legged friend? I've got some spider tonic. I've got some spider tonic here if you need it.
Oh, do you? Okay. Well, I may take you up on that. She's doing all right.
Yeah. So polishing them makes them shinier. It's nice. Yeah. It smells good as well. So
okay.
let me know. It's nice to see you again, Ryan.
Nice to see you too, Uncle John.
Yeah, got any bargains? Your shop at the moment? Anything I can might be interested in?
I don't have any bargains right now, but I do have an $800 copy of the first appearance of Kitty Pryde if you're interested.
I might know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who might be interested. I've also got. I've got some things that you might be interested in that I'll tell you about. I've got a whole list of things.
Sure. I'm always game to look through comics.
Yes, I've got really good set of Orange Lantern. Very good. He is very orange rather than green, but green's very last year.
There's a small irony in you having Orange Lantern comics there, Yeti Uncle John.
Is there? In what way? Is it?
The Orange Lantern is the Lantern of Greed.
I wouldn't know anything about that. Anyway, I'll go and find him. I'll speak to you again at the end. Thank you, Yeti Uncle John.
Yep.
Yeah. I wouldn't polish any spiders with his spider lotion, Jay. I really wouldn't.
I feel like that's how you get a very angry spider.
Yeah. And his idea of something smelling nice, it smells more like something I'd be putting out in the garbage. But I believe he made it downstairs in the laboratory. So, and he wasn't being overseen by any of our scientific experts either. So, yes.
Hello listeners, it is me, Cuthbert the Robot. I hope you are enjoying our episode with Jay and Ryan. We're giving the guys a quick break now, so before they return we thought that we'd share with you a quick Sutton Park clip, which follows on from the one in our previous episode. This clip is from episode 1626, recorded out in the French countryside not too far from Paris in April 1997. Last time something scary was happening to Cromedy and he was threatening Paul. What will happen next? Hold tight and you will hear exactly what occurs.
is no good. I sense victory. I cannot see it, but I sense it.
Quick, Paul, run! I'll follow behind, I'll distract him and kick his legs in. Come on. I'll be okay!
Graham? Graham? Gray? He's in there. He can come out. What? Gray? Oh, God. He never came out. What's the code? What's the code? It's done it. It's done it. It's done it. Gray? Gray? Graham? Oh. Gray? 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 No! God! Oh, it's not in, it's not. Oh, it's not in. Gray? Comedy? Gray, what happened?
He strangled me.
I got hid outside and you hadn't followed me. I don't know how I remembered the number. I didn't really see. It was almost like I was inspired. Maybe the good of Sutton Park was like, I don't know, maybe it helped me. Maybe something reminded me. I don't know. I was able to go back in again. It slammed behind me and I couldn't remember the code, but like, you're alright.
Just.
Gonna help. Come. What happened? He's not moving now, look. He's not moving.
The balls are gone.
What?
The balls are gone.
The balls? The medical... What's going on?
The green fluorescent ones, the yellow fluorescent ones are still there though. Maybe they can help.
I don't know. The controller failed this time. What's going on? What is going on? You okay?
Yeah.
Good.
So.
Control, the near one there.
My neck hurts a bit.
Just a minute. No.
Oh, be careful with me, Mike.
What is going on? No, he's normal. What is going on?
He just tried to strangle me.
I don't suppose he remembers any of it. He's coming round. That the controller won't be animating like that. It's obviously.
We better go, Paul.
What is going?
I don't like this place here.
What has happened?
Not quick.
Don't worry. Come on. So you see, Cromitty, that's what happened. You've been, well, deanimated for. It's been a fair few weeks, pushing into months by now, I'd say. As we were away from Surrey and from the main influence of Sutton Park, you seemed to be coming around. Suddenly, somehow, the controller managed to grasp hold of you and nearly made you attack. I don't know. There's so much to do, and it can't be long before the controller finds us. He's sending that muddied out to get us. I am sorry for what I did. You can't be to blame. You weren't controlling your actions. Yes, but the controller used me. What can we do? That I don't know. I can't get contact with Cleo. so many loose ends. Lisa and Lee, and I don't know what we should do. Don't know what we should do next. Meanwhile, elsewhere.
No, it's a building site. Look, it's a building site. The building things here, look. I don't know. I think we should get back because it's going to get dark. It's to get dark. Oh. You're no fun. I was going to ride on that tractor. Oh.
What is it, Mullet? Have you found them? Who is it? Little J? One of the others? You know what you must do. You must destroy them. There is only one way to do that. Pierce their skulls. Destroy them. It is the only way to make sure they can no longer live. Have you found them, Mullet? Have you found them? You know what you must do. Deanimate them. Kill them now.
What you barking at? What you barking, Bill?
You know what you must do. If you find one of them, one of our kind, pierce their skulls. Make sure they cannot live. We have already failed once tonight. We must not fail now. Remember, Mullet, choose your moment wisely. They think they have lost you, I presume. They think they have lost you, you have found them again. They are not aware that you have found them. Choose your moment carefully. Do not strike until the time is right. If they know you are there, they will be able to destroy you. I cannot help you, so you must be careful. Choose the right moment. Do not show yourself. Take care.
Oh, we're having to go home because Paul's mum and dad came and picked us up. I said we're getting dark and we mustn't try the building sites. We're going home now. Come on, Mr. Luma. Oh dear.
This is not the right time, Mullet. It is not the right time. Choose your time carefully. Strike again. Wait till the morrow. Take care. Do not do it now. Wait for a safer time. Choose a better time. I am weak. I cannot help you. You must choose a better time.
But you see, you can't see. Oh, sorry I stayed out. Sorry I stayed out late. I wanted to get in. Can I have lots of food when I get home?
Oh, dear.
Listeners, we hope you enjoyed this clip. The original video of the episodes that we have shared over our last two shows will hopefully be released to Paul's Mr. Shy Yeti YouTube page sometime in the next few weeks. Check it out if you want to see what it all looked like. Let's return now to our chat with our very special guests!
I think we should let's see what else I've got here for you. I'm just going to see how long we've been going. Oh, good, yes. Now I need to find these. There we go. Right. I've got an ultimate comic book quiz. How ultimate is it going to be? Like a million questions?
My question is it an ultimate comic book quiz or is it a comic book quiz about the Ultimate Comics?
Yeah, if that's the case, I'm not in trouble.
Don't think so. He's quite long though, so we might not. We'll have to. We may see how it goes. Right, we'll get going. See what happens. All of the following were members of the original 5 X-Men, except for Storm, Iceman, Cyclops, or Beast.
Storm was not a member of the original.
Mm-hmm. This supervillain is known for being the only one to break the Batman. Ra Al Ghul, Solomon Grundy, Joker, or Bane.
Mm-hmm.
Captain America has fought many villains over his history. Which Nazi leader is seen as his biggest foe? Crossbones, Sebastian Shaw, Adolf Hitler, or Red Skull?
Red Skull. So he has punched at Adolf Hitler several times.
Yes.
In the same edition or over the years?
Over the years. In fact, about a week ago, they just released a comic that had a cover of him punching Adolf Hitler again.
My glasses is just broken. Besides Kane Marco, who else has served as the Juggernaut? Slade Wilson, Peter Rasputin, Luke Cage, or Emil Blonsky?
The only one I could... Well, Blonsky was the Abomination, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I can't imagine any of those other people having also been the Juggernaut. So I that's my guess, but I honestly don't know.
I honestly can't think of any instances where it was anyone other than Kane Marco.
Kane. Oh.
You got us on like the third question.
Yep.
So are we going? So could we even guess out of Slade Wilson, Peter Rasputin, Luke Cage, or Emil Blonsky?
Luke Cage would be my guess.
Cool.
Yeah, it can't be Slade.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong comics.
Who is the character?
Oh no, that's wait a minute. I'm confusing. Slade Wilson is Deadpool, right?
Wade Wilson is Deadpool.
Slade is
the DC equivalent whose name is escaping me right now.
Yeah.
Doing it in a way now that I've got the results. We can skip questions because the next question is a visual one. I can't. Just wish I couldn't have done. Okay. This villain is a recurring enemy of the Flash who uses reflections and deception to fool his opponent. Mirror, mirror, Trickster, Ant-Man, or Omega Red?
Well, technically it's Mirror Master.
Mirror Master.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that's me. It was Mirror Master. I mean, that's what it says.
Mirror Master dies a horrible death. Like, absolutely horrible death.
This Kryptonian was a leading scientist on his home world and is the biological father of Superman. What is his name? Is it Vildox, Kal-El, N-Sabu, N-Sabar-Nur, or Jor-El?
Jor-El.
This mutant was the founder of the original Acolytes, who pledged allegiance to Magneto and his cause. Killer Frost, Fabian Cortez, Seamus Mellencamp, or Frenzy?
I have no idea.
I don't remember. I thought I knew what this was, but he didn't name any of the names that I thought it was going to be. I don't remember.
It's not Killer Frost because that's the wrong. What are the other three again?
Fabian Cortez, Seamus Mellencamp, or Frenzy?
Yeah, it's a crapshoot for me.
Want to go for one because I can see the answer, so I can't give you a hint.
Probably Fabian Cortez would be my guess. I know he's a mutant supervillain.
Mm-hmm.
That works.
Question 9. This ear-shattering character made his first appearance in the Fantastic Four number 45 and is the leader of the Inhumans. Is it Black Bolt, Ronan the Accuser, Sinestro, or Iron Fist?
Black Bolt.
Right. Question 10. Well, no, it's not. It's question 11. question 9 actually, because I skipped one. The next question. This supervillain tends to make use of the powerful Infinity Gauntlet. Is it Galactus, Sentinel, Thanos, or Ultron?
Thanos.
Ultron has also had the gauntlet, but it is Thanos.
Okay. This incredible supervillain was known for being the only villain in the original timeline to kill Superman. Is it Darkseid, Thanos, Doomsday, or Apocalypse?
Doomsday. Right?
Yep.
Who is supposedly the man who shot and killed Thomas and Martha Wayne? Mike Talbot, Eric Macy, Steve Blazer, or Joe Chill?
Joe Chill.
Joe Chill.
We'll go up to 20. Star-Lord was a human member of the Guardians of the Galaxy. What is his real name? Is it Justin Hartman, Michael Swiller, Peter Quill, or Scott Summers?
Peter Quill.
Peter Quill. He's also not human.
Oh.
Lies. He's from Spartax.
Notoriously known for his crazy and unpredictable personality, the Joker used a gun to paralyze this sidekick to Batman. Damian Wayne, Stephanie Brown, Barbara Gordon, or Dick Grayson?
Barbara Gordon.
Barbara Gordon. It's the Killing Joke.
Which Green Lantern, hey, that's me, which Green Lantern member came from the planet Bolivax Vic? Is it Isomot Cole, Daniel Young, Kilowog, or Yalan Gur?
What was the planet name again?
Bolivax Vic.
I'm going to guess Kilowog, but I'm actually not sure on that one.
Okay. Next question. The character is brother to Scott Summers and goes by the name Harvok. What is his real name? Andrew Summers, Nick Summers, Joseph Summers, or Alex Summers?
Alex.
Who did Wonder Woman kill in Sacrifice? Lex Luthor, Jason Todd, Talia al Ghul, or Maxwell Lord?
Jason Todd. It's Lord.
Mm-hmm.
X-Men member Colossus lost his memory after traveling through the Siege Perilous and ended up in New York. What was the new name he gave himself? Peter Alexander, Michael Smith, Joseph Minnow, or Peter Nicholas?
I don't know that one.
I don't remember this one.
I mean, wasn't the first one sort of a variation on his real name? What was it again?
There's Peter Alexander, Michael Smith, Joseph Minnow, or Peter Nicholas?
Probably Peter Nicholas, as his original name is Pyotr Rasputin. So Peter Nicholas would probably be the closest of the ones.
Makes sense.
Which of the following characters was not a founding member of the Avengers? Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Captain America, or Wasp?
Wow. Hawkeye. I think so.
Yeah.
Because, Hawkeye. He wasn't created till later.
2 more. We won't do the whole 50, otherwise we'll still be here tomorrow. This is the first villain Superman ever faced. Chameleon, Dr. Octopus, Kraven the Hunter, or Green Goblin?
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man or Superman?
This is the first villain Spider-Man ever faced.
Okay.
Spider-Man. Okay.
Chameleon, Dr. Octopus, Kraven the Hunter, or Green Goblin?
Is it? In the movies it was Green Goblin, but I don't know that was the first one in the comics, was it?
I think it's Doc Ock in the comics.
Yeah.
And the last question: a fellow Kryptonian, General Zod, survived the destruction of Krypton because he was trapped where? The Black Hole Prison, the Twilight Zone, the Phantom Zone, or the toilet? No, or the Dark Zone.
The Phantom Zone.
Yeah.
Right, let's get the results. Yes, the original, all of the following members of the original 5 X-Men, except for Storm, you got that right. The only one to break Batman was Bane, which is what you said. The Nazi leader, which is Captain America's biggest foe, is Red Skull. You got that right. Now, besides Kane Marco, who else has served as the Juggernaut? I don't know what you said, but you didn't get the right answer. It says here. I think you weren't sure. It's Peter Rasputin.
Oh, Colossus took over. I forgot about that. He gets the gem.
You said Luke Cage, maybe.
We did say Luke Cage.
Yeah. Who is the? Well, we didn't do the next one because the next one, the one we didn't do, was a picture of Onslaught, and it was asking you to tell me who it was. So we didn't do that one because I couldn't describe it. So
Magneto and Professor X.
It was Master Mold, Apocalypse, Abomination, or Onslaught. But now, I thought the next one. I don't know what it's done. Anyway, you did get this one right. The recurring enemy of the Flash is Mirror Master, which I think you.
We got that one.
Yeah. The biological father of Superman was Jor-El, which you got right. The mutant, the founder of the original Acolytes, Fabian Cortez.
Hey,
you said, yeah. Yeah. The ear-shattering character who made his appearance in the Fantastic Four was Black Bolt. The supervillain using the gauntlet was Thanos. The incredible supervillain, known for being the only villain in the original timeline to kill Superman, was Doomsday. The man who shot and killed Thomas and Martha Wayne was Joe Chill, which you got right, I think. Yeah. Star-Lord was a human member of the Guardians of the Galaxy. His real name was Peter Quill. Which I think that's right. You got that right.
Mm-hmm.
The Joker paralyzed Barbara Gordon. She got right. The Green Lantern member from Bolivax was Kilowog.
Oh, got that one.
Yeah,
that's a guess.
The brother of Scott Summers was Alex Summers. Wonder Woman killed Maxwell Lord in Sacrifice. When Colossus lost his memory, he called himself Peter Nicholas.
Yeah.
Hawkeye was not a founding member of the Avengers. I know you got this one. Didn't get right. The first villain Superman ever faced was Chameleon.
You mean Spider-Man?
Yeah, the first villain Spider-Man ever faced. Did I say so?
I've never read the old Spider-Man comics.
And the fellow Kryptonian General Zod, he was on the Phantom Zone. He was trapped on the Phantom Zone.
So he missed two.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Nope.
That's pretty good. Right.
I remember that Chameleon story, but I couldn't, because I remember he's not like superpowered. He's just like a master of disguise. But I didn't remember that being the first super villain. He kind of fell by the wayside anyway. He must not have been much of a super villain.
Well, yes. Right. So I think that we will we'll do one more quiz after the end titles. But do you have any questions for each other about comic books whilst you're here? Do you have anything you're curious about, or like any more tales you can tell us, Brian, about tales from the comic book store?
I could probably think of something, but what I am curious about is, do you have a favorite comic book, Jay?
Like a particular issue, or you mean, or just a title?
Let's go series.
Well, probably my very favorite was the Mandrake and Ostrander series of the Spectre.
Oh.
The Spectre's probably my third favorite DC character, but he's not used very often anymore.
He's too powerful.
Yeah, he's kind of a So, but overall, I'd probably still go with Batman as my favorite. I have always had a thing for Vampirella comics, which isn't part of any of the the big two or anything. And she's switched. She's been with a couple different publishers.
Yeah, she's with Boom Studios right now.
Yeah, but I've always liked that character.
That surprises me, if I'm being perfectly honest.
In a good way?
I can't honestly say, like, working in a comic book store, I can't honestly say I know anybody who buys Vampirella for the story. And you didn't take me, and you don't strike me as a boobs man.
No, well, yeah. No, but I've always been a fan. I mean, the skimpy outfit and the boobs aside, it's especially the more violent issues of it. Anything where I like those comic book representations of like hell or hell, like creatures from hell and things like that. So I always found her interesting because she's basically using her. She's she's like the people she fights, but she's not. So not as big of a fan back of the old. The giant issues like the old Conans where they were all in like black and white and they were a little more earthbound and stuff like that. But the more fantastical stories I like.
Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah.
And what would your answer be if Jade asked you the same thing?
My answer? My favorite comic book series is a series called Fables from Vertigo Comics, which is kind of hard to explain, but I'm going to try my hardest. Essentially, the story is all the fables that you knew, like think of all the Disney stories and the Aesop's fables and everything like that you learned as a kid are stories from another world. And that world ends up being plunged into a war. And to escape that war, all of these characters from all of these fables that you know end up taking refuge in our world. And they're trying to live normal lives while also trying to keep the war that's happening in their world. And each of the characters, like, they're all the characters that are from the stories, like the witches from the Disney movies and stuff like that. They're all witches. They've all got powers. And it's interesting to see how they connect the different fables together. Like, in a lot of the old fables, there's always some, like, unnamed witch that appears that curses somebody's kids. And in Fables, that's actually one person. She just had a mean phase, and she was like, I just walked around from world to world being mean to everyone who was mean to me and stuff like that. And it's just super interesting to see them connect all the fables together.
Sure.
I always heard good things about Fables, but I never actually read any myself.
It's a fantastic series. It gets a little weird. Mm-hmm. And for at least a lot of newer readers, it's been going on. Well, I guess it's done now, but it's old enough that it still has that very old school art to it, and that kind of deterred a lot of the newer readers.
Yeah,
I've got a question here. I mean, it's not a question; it's a question. It's a question. It's a bit of trivia, but I wanted to explain because it doesn't explain it on here. If you can, obviously. In the United Kingdom, it says, I know you don't necessarily know so much about the United Kingdom, but maybe you'll know something. But in the United Kingdom, the Marvel Man series was published during the gap between the Golden and Silver Ages. Now, what are the Golden and Silver Ages? Do you know?
I don't remember the exact years, but the different, I guess, like, years of comic books when they were influenced by different things are called the Bronze Age, the Golden Age, the Silver Age. There was an Atomic Age for a while there where most comic books that came out were kind of more space and alien oriented. And those terms usually are more to denote the size of a book. A Golden Age book will be bigger than a silver book. A silver book will be bigger than a current or a Bronze Age book and stuff like that.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. I also found out here, apparently there was a comic book series called Atomic Mouse, He had his own title, which in 1953, which lasted for 10 years. And there was also Atomic Rabbit, who later became Atomic Bunny, who he was published from 1955 to 1959.
That doesn't surprise me at all. There was a period in comic books before something called the Comics Code was created, where there's literally everything was in comic books. Like you'd get like horrible, dismembering horror stories to atomic rodents, and there was just a ton of it. And then the Comics Code hit, and it was just superheroes for many years. And then the other stuff started to crawl back in again as people were like, okay, we can still do this while remaining within this code of conduct that we are now forced to stick to.
Well, I promise we won't enforce a code of conduct on the Shy Life podcast. But anyway, guys, well, thank you very much for joining me for this show, and thank you for sharing some of your thoughts and your potential superhero futures with me. And,
thanks for having me.
That's fine. And Jay, next time I think I have promised to take you to the dinosaurs, but
yes,
we'll try and do that. I mean, Ryan may want to join us. I'm not sure what he feels about dinosaurs. We'll see what happens. And Ryan, I think you and I are going to be in some sort of quiz, sort of championship or something. But I will let you know the date of that. But anyway, listeners, thank you for listening, and we'll be back again soon. We've got plenty of episodes, and okay. Goodbye for now.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, I've got another quiz. I think it's only 10 questions. So, question 1. Who were the creators of Superman? Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, Stanley Lieber and Martin Goodman, or Dan Jurgens and Brett Breeding?
The first one.
Question 2. During what century did comic books first appear in Japan? These comics were woodblock printed booklets. The 17th, 18th, or 19th century?
I don't know. I would guess probably the 19th century.
Oh, that's the answers. Is the which century it is?
Yeah.
Read the question again. It was the.
During what century did comic books first appear in Japan? These comics were woodblock printed booklets. 17th, 18th, or 19th?
Yeah, I wouldn't think it'd be 17th, but I don't know.
Okay, we'll go for 19th.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to have to tell you the answer because it doesn't keep the answer. It tells me the answer immediately, so I'll have to tell you the answer immediately. So you were right with question 1, and you were wrong with question 2 because it's the 18th.
Okay.
So, right, moving on. Question 3. Fantastic Four, the first of Marvel's efforts to depict superheroes living in the real world, came out in what year? 1951, 61, or 71?
I would say 61, but it's a guess. 51 seems like awfully long ago.
Go for that one.
That sounds right. Should be, I believe. Yeah, should be early 60s.
Correct answer, yes. Oh, this is funny. Question 4, which is not a historical era of American comic books? The Golden Age, the Iron Age, or the Silver Age?
Iron Age.
Iron.
Yes. Which is not a DC character? Flash, Astro Boy, or Green Lantern? Hey, it's me again.
Astro Boy.
Gotta be Astro Boy, yeah.
Yes, that's right. Question 6. What does the Japanese word manga mean in English? Whimsical pictures, adventure drawings, or funny pages?
I don't know.
No. Let's read them again. The answers.
Whimsical pictures, adventure drawings, or funny pages?
I'm going to say adventure drawings, but I really don't know either. It's a total guess.
Okay. Apparently, it's Whimsical Pictures. Question 7. Which graphic novel is the only one that has won a Hugo Award? Sin City, Watchmen, or V for Vendetta?
A Hugo? I think it was Sin City.
Hugo's sci-fi, right? So
I think I might own a copy of V for Vendetta.
I would have Sin City, you think? I would say Watchmen, but I don't know.
I'm afraid the answer is Watchmen. So, in the 90s, Marvel unveiled a line of comics set in what future year? 2550, 2099, or 3000?
2099.
Yeah.
That's right. 2 more questions. DC is an abbreviation of what words? Diamond Comics, Detective Comics, or Destruction Comics?
Detective Comics. Which makes Detective Comics even more amusing.
Yeah. I think I know that one now. Yes, that's right. Question 10. Who created Spider-Man? Stan Lee, Jerry Siegel, or Joe Quesada? Even I know that one. Stan Lee.
Stan Lee, yeah.
So, yes. So since we've got 6 out of 10 right, but too much about Japanese comics from the 18th century. Yeah, sorry guys, you don't know about that. Oh, dear.
I gotta go now! Bye! Gotta go! Bye!
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
Oh, such mysteries.
He's crazy.
I have a voice. I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice. We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
Hello, back. Very successful episode, guys. I very much enjoyed that. It's much better than hearing Paul read one of his poems, for goodness sake. Jay, I have something that you might be interested in for Aragog. It's tap shoes. Has Aragog ever shown any interest in tap dancing? I've got some lovely little shoes.
I appreciate you thinking of her, but I think she's a little too lazy for that.
Oh, well, you know.
Yeah. She's never moved around much when I played music, so I'm guessing probably wouldn't be an interest.
What about parachuting? Spider parachutes. I have some spider parachutes. I just got I thought, if you think it would be a good thing, it's maybe something I can branch out into.
I'll keep it in mind. If I see she's got an inclination to jumping off the shelves, then I'll let you know.
She's not one of them hopping spiders.
No.
I'll come up with something. I'll get back to you next time.
I have no doubt.
Yeah. Ryan, I've got some more comics to interest you. I have a selection of Wonder Woman comics. Now they're from 1995, and Wonder Woman's purple. I mean, when I say purple, she's completely purple. Her clothes are purple, her face is purple, her hair is purple. She looks great.
I feel like someone has either used those as a coloring book, or they may not be real comics.
Surely not. I mean, maybe they were in a particular country, maybe Algeria or something. I'll look into it. I need to get a certificate, don't I, really? A certificate of authenticity. I've got this one. What about, are you interested in a Pink Hulk? A Pink Hulk?
Yes, actually. They've done Pink Hulk before. So if it's what I think it is, I would like one.
Oh, right, okay. I'll take a photo and I'll send it along to you. at last I'll find something that might be of use. I don't know. Do let me know if there's anything you're particularly looking for. I'm sure I can find it, particularly if it's a weirdly coloured superhero. Yeah. Just a minute. I'll have a yellow Green Lantern. Do you want a yellow Green Lantern? It might have just faded. Maybe it's just about. Oh, maybe it is green. So I can't tell in this light. I'll get back to you. Oh, sure, I'll get back to you.
Excellent. Sounds good.
Yes, right. That's recording. Are you still both there?
Yes. I am still here.
Cool.
Me too.
Right. Might as well just start and see what happens. Won't be any adventures this time, Brian, I hope. Well, Yeti Uncle John's going to come. He'll probably come and bother you for some freebies or whatever. Probably try and sell Jay some spider tonic or something. Right. I've got quizzes self-sorted out as well. So, okay. I better stop that. The Uncle John's voice hurts my throat sometimes.
Peek behind the scenes.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, I'm glad I got you both together.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice meeting you, Ryan.
It was nice meeting you too.
Yeah, we'll do some more recording soon. Yes, I've got storylines for both of you. So
nice.
But you can always cross over again. You're like superheroes in different magazines crossing over. You think
it's the Avengers versus the Justice, or meets the Justice League.
Yes. Anyway, I'll have a good rest of your weekend.
LOL, ha 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 ha, hee hee, LOL, ha ha.
Okay, good. I'll speak to you later soon.
Yep.
Yeah, nice talking to you guys. I gotta go shower, and then I can go buy some gin.
I've got some gin, but that's not going to do much good for me. Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.